You see, power moons in Super Mario Odyssey are used to power up the Odyssey, which is your main ship that you use for traversal between these different kingdoms. And in every kingdom, you need to have a certain amount of moons in order to get the Odyssey to function and move you to the next kingdom. So in every kingdom, there is a requisite number of moons that you must collect in order to progress. The problem here is that Super Mario Odyssey's kingdoms contain a lot more moons than are required to get to the next kingdom. And there is absolutely zero incentive to collect any more power moons than you need. Well, unless of course you're a completionist like me who gets off on seeing these collection lists entirely full. Once you obtain the requisite amount of power moons that you need to progress to the next level, there is absolutely zero reason to get any more beyond that. And all of the power moons that you obtain are exclusive to the kingdom you got them in. You can't use power moons from one kingdom to power the Odyssey in a different one. It doesn't work. This is what I would consider to be the biggest issue with Super Mario Odyssey. Donkey Kong Bananza, however, entirely alleviates this issue. For one, in Donkey Kong Bananza, you don't need to get a single Banandium gem in order to progress. There are no requirements on how many you need to get in a given layer in order to get to the next one. You can get to the next layer without getting a single banana. Hell, you can beat the entire game without getting a single banana, which I have done. So you may be wondering to yourself, well, if you don't need to get any Banandium gems to progress, then what's even the point of getting any Banandium gems at all? And that's where Bananza busts out the absolutely genius addition of the skill tree. The skill tree in Donkey Kong Bananza might be the single best addition that they made to this game. The way it works is every time you get 5 Banandium gems, you get a skill point, and you can use these skill points to upgrade Donkey Kong's abilities. And these are any 5 Banandium gems. They're not region locked, they're not exclusive to each layer. Any 5 Banandium gems you get in the game goes towards these skill points. This immediately fixes Super Mario Odyssey's biggest problem in one fell swoop, because now every last Banandium gem in the game is useful. There is incentive to get as many bananas as you possibly can. And this skill tree is pretty in depth too, doing everything from giving you more health, making your punch power stronger, making your sonar better so you can detect collectibles from further away, giving you entirely new abilities altogether, and you can even upgrade all of your Bananza forms as well. And that's just barely scratching the surface of everything this skill tree gets for you. I can talk about everything else, but I don't really want to go into detail on every last little skill tree enhancement. The skill tree is an absolutely phenomenal addition to Donkey Kong Bananza, and I cannot sing its praises enough. And it is a mechanic that I want to see return in every 3D platformer Nintendo makes going forward. I imagine Mario Odyssey's issue with the moons would be fixed if that game had a skill tree system. Imagine every time you get 5 power moons, Mario could like throw his hat further maybe, you could have higher jumps, you could have better ground pound, something like that.